Okay, infinite intelligence. So, law. Law is not the misconception of law we have today. It's love always wins. Because that's the truth. Love is unstoppable. Love has no opponent. So love always wins. I was told before I stood up from the bed, that I would have lights today. So I shouldn't even stress anything about thinking of it. And honestly, I do have lights now, right? I found myself listening better to my God written than ever before. Unlike when I was small, when I had to wrestle with it. A lot of me, right, has grown with the understanding. I'll try not to cry, right? Because when I start, my emotion can just be outrageous. And I don't want the people around me, right, to panic. Not because I'm scared of them panicking, but because I have no intentions to spread negativity. I'm not trying to trigger them to be negative, right? It's not my desire to trigger anyone to be negative. It's just that I can't control that ADHD fire, and I don't like controlling it either. So I'm always standing with my ADHD. I'll always stand with ADHD fire than stand with someone that doesn't have ADHD because they don't understand that it is the fire of what gives us life, right? But that's not even about it. I try to make my space as positive as I can. That is why it takes time for me to jump, move spaces. If I try to make the space positive and it doesn't work, I'm seeing that it's I'm trying to make it positive, but the resistance is too much, right? The only thing I can do is to leave, right, and stop trying because that is me now being the one resisting. And whatever you resist will always persist. So when I'm resisting, it doesn't make any more sense to me. So I just let it go. I let it go because I know that in letting go, right, allow source itself to grow at its own pace, at its own desire. Because the truth is, you cannot dictate to infinite intelligence what it should feel like, what it should be like. You don't have any say. You might have your preference, but you can't dictate anything to infinite intelligence to exist within. So sorry for this breaking transmission. I'm always asked to I'm always asked to do what work with every alignment I see. And the Holy Spirit is love. Like love is the only Holy Spirit. And the truth is, because I know that love is the only Holy Spirit, you have to be loved to actually feel the Holy Spirit. You have to feel good to experience the Holy Spirit. Because until you are feeling good genuinely, you are not experiencing love, which is the Holy Spirit. That's how crazy it is. And that is why love is law. Because love always wins. It might look like it's begging you to take my yoke because it's light, right? But the truth is, love is everything positive energy. And love used itself to bet all that can exist. So the only reason why love wants you and I to take the yoke of love is because it wants us to come back to our nature that is truly who we are, love. I always say this, the only applaud I'm looking for, right, is seeing people scream love is the only power I know of existence, because it is. It's not that it's when they scream it that love becomes the only power I know of existence. No. If you don't scream it, you scream it. You don't say it, you say it. Love would always be the only power I know of existence. But when everybody screams it, now there's something that is different in the sense that we are all aware. We have all remembered that we are loved. I'm just reciting that same mantra. Love is the only power I know of existence. Mantra are what we repeat literally every time. So I choose to repeat love because that is what constantly comes to me. So I repeat what comes to me with my hyperfocus ADHD, which is love, which is just itself. It's not something I chose in the sense that I was born like that. I just surrendered to it. So before swallowing the water, I sink into it and I speak the truths of what I exist within. Love is the only power I know of existence. And I drink the water, and every ounce of my being, to the smallest microorganisms in me, are always aware of this law. The law doesn't just stop on my lips, it is what my within functions with. And that law is why I exist. Because love is everything positive energy. Constant increase, ever increasing. There's nothing more important in all of existence than love. And because love lends itself to bet what I can exist. This is not performance, this is real. Right? I keep saying it in all my videos that on most of them, right? Because I can't really tell you how many have said that if I remember or recall. But truth is, when you want to encounter me, I will refer you to my YouTube channel. And you start looking for your answers there because anything you want to ask me, I probably must have touched it over the years. Doesn't mean that you're not new things, right? If there's something new that I think I haven't touched because I take time to watch my own videos. Yes, I watch my videos to know how I can be better. If I don't watch them, I can't know how I will be better, much better, more effective, and faster in expressing myself. Sometimes I see myself stalling because at that moment I'm saying the message I still land, and I see that at times there's no word to contain what I'm seeing or how I'm experiencing it. So I, at the same time I'm receiving the message, I look for words in my head to make it come out the way I see it that can be felt. Because the truth is, I am just a tool, just like you are. And we are either a positive tool or a negative tool. And I just started growing. This is my current foundation. This is my present foundation. Right? You can see that my shoulders are tiny. Right? I will still work on it because I don't used to do workouts with gym. So anything I can do, I do. And I don't say because I don't have gym access now, I'll now wait to work out. No. I do what I can when I can. And the ones that I can't do now, I know that once I'm having the ability to do it, I will do much more. I will focus on them because I've been focusing on other things that I can do now, which is what I love about working out. There are different angles to it. I want to work on my legs because imagine having skinny legs, big hand, looking like Johnny Bravo. Right? The idea is not to look like Johnny Bravo. The only good thing is I've learned that abs workouts, right, are usually best when you're okay. So another call. Here with me. Thank you, Infinite Intelligence. I'm doing the week of my father. I say the wheel, not week. Sorry. I actually just follow orders and I go back to see why that order was even followed. Not because I question it, but because I want to understand why I followed that order, like why I did that to learn what I can learn from it. Because I always want understanding. Understanding is very important to me as a Sagittarius, right? Understanding is always key for every Sagittarius. And having that Chukma fire as something that I can't even understand to express to you, right? It's not like it's just an experience. What I'm experiencing on this plane is what I express. The only thing that I identify defines me is love. The rest are just what I experience here to grow in that love. Being intersex, right, is what I experience here to grow in the love that I am. That's the only thing that defines me. So when people think I'm out to gain money or something like that, it's just an experience to what I grow in because everything is love to me. The only label I embrace as who I am is love because love is everything. Love is what used itself to better all that can exist. And because love used itself to better all that can exist, right? The only law is love. And love is the highest level of feeling good. Love would always feel good. Love would always be God. Because love is God. Love is not just an attribute of God. Love is God. And I find myself less tense when I'm trying to reach out and there's no connection. Guess why? because instead of me tensing up that I can't connect, I just let go because it is not supposed to be. If it is not flowing, then I don't stress it. I withdraw and look at it again with a different eye. And if it still doesn't, come into form that way, I let go completely. Because when there is a challenge, right, it's only giving you to think differently of how to get your way around it. It's not saying stop. So if there is no road here, right, the common sense thing is to find another way you find road. That's just the truth. So if people don't care about you at a particular point, it is your choice to stay there. And because I already have experience of my mom now that stayed in one place that did not accept her, regardless of that, right? I'm not about to make that same mistake. So when I can feel that energy of not genuinely, because you feel when someone is genuinely trying to help you, you can feel the efforts, the actions, the everything. The energy would be true. But when you there's nothing like that, instead of you wasting your time and repeating history, right? Doing the same thing my mom did that didn't make sense. I rather leave and let them enjoy and have fun because that's all you can do. And when they have fun, you find where you are also accepted. That's just life. If someone doesn't like you, it's not a cry thing that you should cry about. Just means there's somewhere else that would appreciate you than there. And if you keep looking for, you will see because you exist. Because you exist, right? What likes you exist. That is why I apologize for my existence at times because I can understand that it can be too much for somebody. Not because I'm too much or I feel I'm too much. I feel I'm probably the bare minimum. Right? Love keeps growing for infinity. Infinite love keeps growing. So and you see, love is all there is. So I let people be who they are. I'd rather have who you rather be than want you to do high service. It wouldn't make sense to me. I like authenticity. I like realness because that's what I love to express myself. Right? I like myself to feel myself, and I like you to feel yourself. That's just the truth. So if you're not feeling yourself, you're not real. That's just the truth. And if being real to you is putting somebody else down, then well, I'll prefer that than you trying to do high service, which doesn't make sense, don't you think? That's just the truth. That's how I see it. Life is easy, busy, busy, but as Surya Vega will say, her accent is just one in a million. Easy, busy, cover girl. I don't say it the way she says it. She says it perfectly well. Yes, that was one of the movies I watched growing up as per my younger brother. My younger brother is somebody I enjoy watching movies with because I can be free with myself, right? I can express all the emotions. I can cry, I can laugh, I can squeeze him. And yes, I can be a very tight squeezer. I like squeezing somebody like this. Hey. Because that's like using my energy to squeeze inside it. But the truth is, it takes time for me to regulate myself around people, right? Why? Because energy is always everything to me. I see energy. And because I see energy, not everybody is entirely people that other people will be like, hey, what's up? Ah, so excited to, connect to. They'll just be like, at least I'm glad that you have people that, hyping you like that. But if people are not hyping you, when we now hype you, does it mean that cannot lie to hype you? Like, I can't even stress it. But just because I can't lie to hype you doesn't mean I don't know you. It just means that I do not. It doesn't make sense because I don't lie to hype myself, right? So they say do unto others what you do to yourself. That is because trying to do much more, right, is same thing as you saying that person is above you, and that is you equally saying something is above love because you are love. So if you are doing more for others, you are saying something is above love. And you see, that's where my mother made the mistake. She treated pastors that she felt were high caliber as if they were above her own self, forgetting that her love is even why they can exist. Like the way my mother worshipped other people was how I worshipped her in my head. And I could see it. So I said I was not going to say make the same mistake as my mom. And what is that mistake? Placing something above God. Because you do not place anything above God. You are God. God is experiencing life through you. You did not create yourself. You did not make yourself. You cannot make yourself. You cannot do anything to create that God within you. So you should honor and respect it because it does not exist twice. Because your fingerprints can never repeat itself, even if you reincarnate a million times. This character that you are using to look at me, this character I am using to look at you, only come one time. And some people will be dancing this dance. It only come once in a million, once over infinity. Because love is one over infinity. It does not duplicate itself to experience life the same way. So there can't be any principalities and powers that have the same power or carbon copy. There's nothing like that. Even a god that is called duplicate God does not have a duplicate of his own. It's just what it does, right? And that is the truth of all. We are infinitely unique by nature. We cannot copy another person. And so I can't have any interest in you copying me. You copying me is not something exciting. I'm just even feeling sorry for you that you don't understand why you should be your own self. Sorry, 1 minute. So when I comment on certain things, oh boy, it is not for any reason that I am following the God within me. And I will never ask you to put anything above the God within you. I will never do that. If anybody asks you, that person is not in oneness. There is nothing in oneness in that. And the truth is, oneness is God. God will always speak oneness because God is one. God used itself to better all that can exist. So, to be frank and sincere, right, I don't have any other interest than you being happy. See, the crazy thing is, I'm not interested in using one device or something than the expansion of love. Like, nothing comes first other than the expansion of love. Um, Let me be practical. This keyboard, I'm using an external keyboard. See, this is the external keyboard I'm using. Why am I using an external keyboard? Because my system, right, the keyboard is gone. Like, it lags. It makes coding challenging. Imagine trying to code and there's one repeating. You have to you literally have to, I say have to. You literally have to debug your code multiple times because of that. And it just happens at any time, even with an external keyboard. So imagine that is challenging enough to have at hand, and yet what is more important to me is to be able to create something that would make a child somewhere in Nigeria feel safe. Because the truth is, they are love that needs love. Because I've passed through being that child that was so stubborn that nobody could tell anything to, right? Because the truth is, if you don't understand me, it's very hard for you to make me listen, usually when I don't feel understood. That is why I can tell you I only listen to my twin flame. It's not because I don't care about anybody else, but because that is an energy that I've seen that has taken that genuine interest in understanding who I am. Not because it's easy to at first glance, right? Because I'm a bunch of I'm a bunch of so many things. And I love being a bunch of so many things. God is infinite, so why should you be not infinite, right? Why shouldn't you be infinite? So this is my new foundation without gym access, without even eating 3 times a day, like someone would say they eat. But in everything, I'm grateful because it expresses the fact that there's nothing stopping me from expanding to God's size. That's what I call it. That's what I see. I call it God's size. It's a size that can only exist because it's God. Literally. There's no possibility without that is not God, right? And that's how I see the world. So thank you for joining my life if you did. And thank you for understanding that love has already won because love is what we exist in. There is no other power. Love wins. Love is love because it is existence itself. There's no knowledge that you can learn in any institution that would surpass love. Even those that are yet to be discovered. You know, there are knowledge that are yet to be discovered. And guess what is uncovering them? Love. It is within love that you can know all the knowledge you're looking for. Because love is infinite intelligence. That intelligence that knows all knowledge. Sorry about that. So I promised I come online as electricity came. And right, some people they say looks is everything. And that's a lie because this shirt, I've been wearing the same shirt, right? For God how many years now. Okay, there was a change in shirt. But it's still black. It's not like it doesn't get washed, right? It gets washed as frequently as I bath. And that's why it has so many holes because I keep washing and wearing it, washing and wearing it. But it's the only shirt I have that is armless that doesn't feel heat. I don't know. I guess the more you work out, the more you want to cover this for heat's sake. Like, why would I just want to cover myself up? And like, you have a lot of skin that can sweat, right? I guess that's why it is. Yes, thank you. I don't want to make this video any longer because if I'm let to come online again, I would come. And probably with a topic that would be different. Definitely. But if you want to find anything that you're looking for, I am very sure has been covered by me. And if I haven't covered it, I'm open to covering it as led. So if I'm directed to, I will cover it eventually because love is always just. Love would always include all. Lord, love would always be inclusive because it is itself. It's aware that it uses itself to better all that can exist. It's probably you and I that is unaware of what went down. But yes, thank you very much. Thanks for being on my life. Thank you, Infinite Intelligence. Thank you, YouTube, for making this possible. And thank all of existence for love is all there is. Till next time, stay peaceful.